Do you know what? I never thought I'd watch Squid Game and the takeaway of it be, oh yeah, let's make some fermented honey. I don't know where that came from. Now, what do you do this weekend? I watched Squid Game. Now, you may know what Squid Game is because the whole internet is talking about it right now, but for good reason, because it is brilliant. Everything about that show I love. Everything. From the story, from the way it's filmed, from some of the camera work. It is just a mwah. If you haven't watched Squid Game, go watch. Do you know what? I'm giving you permission. Click off this video, go watch the whole series. It's brilliant. Everything about it. And it is at the moment #1 in 80 different countries. There was one episode that made me really think, I wonder if we could do something with that. And it was the episode where they were carving those honey shapes out. Now I know that in the episode it's not actual honey, but it's called a honeycomb challenge or whatever it's called. But when I watched that scene, all I thought was, do you know what? I don't know that many ferments that use honey. Now, of course, there's Jun tea, but Jun tea's kind of kombucha. Do you know what I mean? That's not out of the ordinary for a moderate level fermenter like myself. No, I wanted to find a different ferment that uses honey. And I found one called honey garlic. Now, honey garlic is pretty much what it sounds like. It is garlic fermented in honey, and it makes a very, very good natural remedy for cold and flu season, which is obviously coming up because we're in winter now. There was no other perfect time than right now to make this ferment. So that is exactly what we're doing. We are making honey garlic. And I must say, this is one of the most simplest ferments you will ever see me do because it is just so easy. So let's get straight into making some honey garlic. The first thing you're going to want to do is get a jar. I'm using this beautiful pearl jar, which we will be selling soon because these jars are just magnifique. And the next thing you want to do is you want to get your garlic. I am using Imperfectly Delicious from Sainsbury's because you know what? Those ugly vegetables do not get enough love. They do not get enough love. They are beautiful on the inside. A lot of these food are about to get chucked out, and these people save them and sell them, and it's brilliant. And now comes the hardest part of this whole ferment. Peeling the garlic. This took me so long. So pretty much the best way to go about doing this is getting your knife and just crushing the garlic as you go. If you're not crushing the garlic, you're doing it slow. You need to be crushing the garlic. It is the quickest way to do it. Once you've crushed all your garlic, put all of that garlic in your magnifique pearl jar and just let it sit there. And then you want to get your honey. This is Wainwright's French Lavender Honey. They are a brilliant brand who make brilliant honey. You want to get as much of that honey as you can because after all, it's not just the garlic cloves that are important, it's the honey as well. The honey turns into something which we will explain later, but you want as much honey as you possibly can. And that goes for the garlic cloves as well. You get as many garlic cloves as you possibly can. Now, the honey you use does play a role. You need to be using raw honey. If you are not using raw honey, this will not work to the full potential. It will just sit there and do nothing for you. You will just be eating garlic that's been in honey. Why would you do that? Yeah, once all your honey is in that jar, you are pretty much ready to go. Seal that jar as tight as you can because at some point you're going to want to turn that jar on its head. You should be labeling those jars so you know exactly when that jar was made, exactly what is in that jar to make sure you are leaving it for the correct amount of time. And leave it. You just leave it. And that is how easy this is. You just leave it for a fair few weeks and you're done. So after all that, you want to leave it for about a month or a few weeks if you want to get it to its full
fermentation power.
But I've left it now for a few days. You also want to kind of burp it every now and then. So I'm going to say every couple of days, maybe give it a burp. And I'll just do that now, see if it makes a sound. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a smell. It is a smell. Now, this is where I'm not going to lie to you. It smells. Like, it's very strong. If you are going to make this, try and keep it somewhere where it's, you know, not in your everyday path. I've left it in the studio, so for me in my house, it's not an issue. but try and keep it somewhere where you're not going to be a lot of the time. But once you've done that, it's pretty much done. There's not much else you need to do. I think the one thing to remember is patience. It may be simple to ferment, but it will take a long time to get to its full maximum power. But you know, it's worth the wait. It's brilliant for this kind of season, and for December coming up and the whole couple of years we've had recently, it's a brilliant little ferment. Now you may be wondering, what can you actually do with honey garlic? Well, let me tell you. There is a lot you can do, and you can use all aspects of everything that goes into this. So first off, let's talk about the actual garlic cloves in there themselves. They are perfect supplements to take every day. You can blend it up and put it in whatever sauces you want. And now let's talk about the actual honey itself. Now, one thing you may have noticed if you are making this, that the honey does change its consistency quite a bit. It becomes a lot less viscous. It becomes a lot more watery, which is fine, and really is perfect for what you're going to be doing with it next. So ideally you want to leave this for about a month, and the honey will get to its perfect viscosity. It's a big word, but then you can do so much with it. A lot of people drizzle it on top of their pizzas, a lot of people use it in salad marinades, a lot of people use it in their sauces, and my favorite thing to now do with it, and what I'm going to be doing with it, is making some garlic honey chicken, because how good does that sound? So you may have seen that I've used a French lavender honey. You can use any honey as long as it's raw. That's the most important part of everything. The honey needs to be raw if it's going into this. The reason is it can't be pasteurized. It needs to have all that bacteria still in the honey so that the garlic and honey can do their thing. Every honey you see on the Freshly Fermented website is raw. So you can use any honey you see on our website to make this. And we have some brilliant honeys, so I really recommend you go have a look. The possibilities with this are endless, and this will probably be a regular thing that I make from now on, because do you know what? It's so easy. Yeah, but not only can you make this, it is inspired by easily one of the best things that has come out of 2021. Not a lot of good things have happened this year, but Squid Game and garlic honey is definitely at the top of my list. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave it a like, and if you never want to miss a video, please subscribe with the bell notification on. Yeah, I hope to see you next week, and have a good evening.